May the grace and the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you today and always. Today we continue the story of Jesus in the book of Matthew. On Sunday we were in chapter 14 when we read the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000 men plus the women and children, so probably around 15,000 people. In the next chapter, Matthew chapter 15, we have another story of Jesus feeding a large group of people. This time it's 4,000 people. And this time, Jesus asked them, how much bread do you have? And they said, we have 7 loaves and a few small fish. And Jesus told them to sit down. And again, he blessed the bread, he blessed the fish. He gave it out to them and shared it. Now scholars don't know if this is really two different stories, two different times that Jesus fed a bunch of fish with a bunch of people with some fish and some bread, or if this was the same story, just told slightly differently. But regardless, something amazing happened during these stories. Now, one thing that I noticed, and that's common in both of the stories, and this is from Matthew chapter 15, starting with verse 37. It says, "And they ate as much as they wanted. Afterwards, the disciples picked up 7 large baskets of leftover food. There were 4,000 men who were fed that day, in addition to all the women and all the children." Now, if we turn back to the story from Sunday, we read the story from Matthew chapter 14. It says, and then Jesus told the people to sit down in the grass. Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, looked up to heaven, blessed them. And then breaking the loaves into pieces, he gave the bread to the disciples who distributed it to the people. They ate as much as they wanted, and afterwards, the disciples picked up 12 baskets of leftovers. About 5,000 men were fed that day, in addition to the women and the children. You see what's the same in both those stories is that Jesus fed them, but there was still leftovers. Jesus fed them with just so little, and everybody ate. Everybody ate till they were full, and probably if they were like a lot of us, they ate more than they needed, and there were still leftovers, enough to fill a number of baskets. Now, brothers and sisters, when we share the good news with other people, when we help other people, when we assist other people, when we feed other people, when we counsel other people, when we are the hands and feet of Jesus Christ for other people, the question I think Jesus is asking us is, how much are we giving? Are we giving enough just to reach the minimum, or are we giving them so much that there's even stuff left over for the next? Brothers and sisters, Jesus calls us to give all that we have. And it seems, and then some if we can. Brothers and sisters, may God bless you tremendously. And we'll talk again very soon.